Oh, hello, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Stan. And we welcome to the studio
Oh, girl, let me put my phone on D&D.
a popcorn-eating Harry Daniels.
Yay. How are you guys?
You're talking about this pop star life you're living, eh?
I mean, like, not really pop star. It's something. I mean, like, yeah, it's just, like, a lot of travel and whatnot. But, I mean, like, the thing is, it's, like, kind of ironic because it all started before there was even a single out. But I always laugh about that.
Do you have a record label?
No.
Okay, so who's doing this with you?
Me. I have the sole credits on everything. And just, like, the only reason why I started even, like, making TikToks in general is because I wanted to do music. But I was like, oh, God, like, no one will take me serious unless I have, like, a following. You could be really good and no one would give a shit. But as long as you have, like, followers, it was sort of just, like, people, like, you'll have the attention and then, like, do with it what you want.
So when do you realize that you have to reverse engineer this? So the tactic is to build a following based on being bad.
Yeah, basically. Because the thing is, it's like people, when you're driving down the highway and you see a car crash on the side of the road, everyone looks over. Everyone's looking at the car crash. So I'm like, all right, like, if everyone's looking at me, then I can do whatever I want with this attention.
Okay, but in order to garner attention, to get eyes and ears and attention to showcase the fact that you have the ability to really sing,
Yeah.
you felt like you needed to do that on the back of pretending to not be able to sing.
Well, I mean, who gives a shit if I can or I can't was my logic. I was just like, I guess. Like, I was like, anything. It's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like, I was trolling at first because, like, one thing about me, like, I like to instigate and I like to troll and I like to push buttons. And
yeah, and it goes back to when you were 13. Your first viral moment is you standing up for Zara Larsson versus Selena Gomez fan, right?
How did you know that?
I mean, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been really invested, I suppose, in pop culture. I feel so gross eating this pop.
Well, it started with the Demi Lovato fan account too, right?
Oh yeah, I used to like just to go on there and tweet stuff, and I'd be like, retweet for Demi's Teen Choice Award, and I'd be like, oh boy, and I would like retweet everything, and like that would be it. I mean, like, did you ever run a fan page for anyone?
No, but did you?
Oh, okay.
Do you still have access to your fan pages?
Nope.
Do you have any new fan pages that you run?
Like, no, I don't really have time to run fan pages. I mean, like, I like everyone.
Do you have like fake accounts that you can go and comment things on? Because I feel like you're a vocal person.
I have I have a burner page. I like to lurk on Twitter on, but I like don't really like use it. I don't like contribute to anything. I'm more of like a lurker. I mean, like, I'll probably go on there as like my close friends follow it, and I'll go and I'll tweet like, ugh, I want to kill myself today, blah 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 blah. But it's like I'm not actually serious about it. I mean, like, there's not really anything that I don't even care to like participate in those like discussions because I kind of just I feel like it's like shouting into the void. Twitter is like an echo chamber.
Back to you fighting for Zara Larsson.
Yeah.
I respect that. I also love Selena Gomez. I love both of them equally. I'd fight for both of them.
Right.
But I just respect your passion.
Right.
Okay. Do you feel a high from this and you realize that you're just going to continue instigating in a way that is documented for the internet to see?
Because
it continues.
A high per se. I mean, that I didn't even know it was being filmed. I like literally didn't know it was being filmed, which is like the funniest part. I was just like, oh, okay. Because the thing is, I'd gone on Instagram Live or something a week prior with Ronnie, the guy who I was like arguing it out with, and we were just arguing it out. And so I saw him in person, and I was like, oh, I'm pulling up because like whatever. And then like that was that really. I mean, like, yeah, I didn't really particularly feel a high or anything. I was just like, oh well, like, this is what stands do. You're supposed to defend your favorite artist until like the death or whatever. So, but
you end up instigating in different ways, right? So you're also the person I found out today behind the Taylor Swift Ashley video.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you know this video? It's iconic. So it's
something.
It's huge. It's a Taylor Swift impersonator walking down the street with clearly a friend of hers that is just really annoyed at the fact that she looks like Taylor Swift. Most likely because she's like intentionally doing it. Like she definitely wakes up in the morning, puts on her outfit, does her makeup and hair, and goes, "I look like Taylor Swift." Like, you know what you're doing.
Right.
Anywho, you just react to her like she's Taylor Swift.
No, I was trolling. I wasn't even gonna post it. It was just like literally from like my group chat because I was like, guys, look who I just like saw, lol. And then like they're like, you should post this. My entire For You page is Taylor because it was like the day Midnights had come out or something, and I was like, sure. And I did, and then it just like took, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, like, it was like, it's always the ones where you don't really expect it. It was like kind of, it reminded me of the whole Zara Larsson thing where it's like, oh, I didn't really expect anything of it. I was like, sure.
You just did everything right in the moment. Like you just ignored her. You kept crying. You know how to commit to the bit.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. It's like if I don't commit to the bit, then someone else who's more willing to commit to the bit is going to come and they're going to take my spot, and I'm not letting them take my spot. There's no one who wants it more than me.
Okay, so what do you want?
Like I'm saying, if I wanted the fame and I wanted the access and I wanted to go have the platform to go and do and say what I wanted to do with it and contribute what I wanted to the world, then like if acting like literally stupid in front of a camera for 10 seconds is going to be what gets me there in 5 years, then I might as well just act stupid in front of the camera for 10 seconds.
10 seconds lasts forever.
Who cares? Then like it's just part of my legacy.
But also you've legitimized this thing.
Well, I wouldn't say it's legitimized per se. I think it's just more of like...
I don't know, dude. If the next president of the United States is giving you any amount of time, you've legitimized something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I guess that's true. I mean, my whole thing is, like, I don't know if it's necessarily, like, legitimate in the sense of, like... I think it's legitimate entertainment, but I don't think it's, like, legitimate in terms of, like, craft or anything like that. But I don't think anyone cares if it's legitimate in terms of craft because, like, that's why I started it. I realized no one cares if you're good or bad. You could be so bad and no one would care as long as you're entertaining.
Okay, so how do you take that energy and apply it to music then?
Well, the thing is, I just was like, oh, it's, like, kind of the inverse of that where it's, like, you could be so good that it's like impossible to deny it. And even then it's like that I have like I feel like the worst confidence ever. So I'm like I literally could like I could like legit make like one of Beethoven's symphonies and I feel like this is so trash or something.
Who do you go to then to like understand if it's good or bad?
I just like ask around honestly, but then at a certain point I get like pissed off when I ask people around and I'm like, well, I like it. So I grapple back and forth. It's sort of just like just constant like battle back and forth with myself, you know what I mean, to like decide if I like things or not. I don't know. Do you feel that way about your like your show and your interviews? And
I mean, yeah, 100%. And I have 1,000 times over the years. Like,
right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you ever do an interview and you're like, that's fucking trash, bro.
Oh, dude. And then there's like a whole like swath of time in our history where like we thought that like the style of interview that we're doing now and that we're really known for was not the style we should do at all.
Right.
There's also times where like people who were our bosses told us to not do interviews at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like crazy stuff, like totally.
Oh, I get that. I'm always going around. I just go around my entire. I go around my entire team and I just like do whatever I want because I'm like, all right, like I'm like my sister is my business manager, but in terms of like strategy management, it's all me, and so I'm just like, there's no one who knows how to strategize for my career better than me.
Who is coordinating your interactions and your run-ins with celebrities?
Me.
Really? So you're on the email doing it?
I have Madeline reply for me because I'm just like, I remember I was replying.
Is that your sister?
Yeah. I remember when I'd started, sort of, I like would reply my own emails, and we had a friend tell us like, no one will take you serious if you're replying your own emails, but if you do it and like if you have someone else reply and there's like a wall to get to you, then people will take you more serious, and like it literally worked.
It's so interesting. Like I did not apply that rule to what we did for a long time, and maybe it's why it took us 18 years to seem somewhat legitimate.
That's what it happens.
It's so funny. Like somebody was here yesterday, and it was a guest that like I would email myself a bunch trying to get on the show, and I was like, I emailed trying to get you on, and they just never came on. The email's from 2009, dude, and they looked it up and they found the email, and it was from me. And like nobody really, it was hard to be taken serious. It was like a very uphill battle.
Right.
But it's interesting. The idea of power comes from team and structure and distance.
Yeah, it's like really stupid, honestly, because I feel like I just like if I want things done, like I'm just gonna do them. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for someone to do it. Because the thing is, I literally always say 95% of people, and not even just maybe in entertainment, but in any job, don't belong in that job. They don't feel passionate enough. They don't want it. They like don't know if they're coming or going. And like I had a friend, we were talking, and he was like, entertainment is the blind leading the blind. Like that's why it's like a lot of the people who are the most like popular artists or people in entertainment tend to get the most hate. But it's like, well, because like they're not the ones like dilly-dallying. They're like doing things the way they want to do.
They're the CEO of what is happening.
Exactly.
And they're executing and operating and doing the whole thing.
Right, and that's the thing. I feel like that's the most important thing to do. It's like if you want something badly enough, you should just get it done and like not listen to other people. And that's sort of the thing. I was like, especially like even with my own music, I was really like, everyone's like, you need producers and writers and blah, 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 because it's like standard stuff. And I was like, sure, I do, but I'm not going to wait and sit around for some producer to be like, oh, well, you know, I really like your videos. Let's get into a studio. I can't make it that way. Maybe next Tuesday. I'm not doing that. I don't do that.
But so do people reach out? Like, have there been producers that see your videos and go, "Oh, I can make something of him"?
No.
Because they have to think that's your honest voice.
I think some producers, I don't think they realize that I have my hands in everything I do. So I'll come to a session, like I'll just be a nasty cunt. Like I'll just be a nasty cunt. I'll be like, I don't like that, change it. And I think it's like off-putting, or like I'm very strong and opinionated.
Who are you
like,
working with? Who are these producers?
No one now. I got the sole credit on everything.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I did. I produced it, I wrote it, I did everything.
So I'm him. You produced that entire song.
Yeah, sole credit.
How did you learn how to do that?
I've been doing it since I was 12. I mean, this whole thing, it was a calculated effort on my end to like get to this point. And even now that I'm at this point, I still don't know if I'm at the point I want to be. Like, that's the thing. I think it was just like I'd been fucking around with GarageBand since I was 12. And as time went on, I just kept putting more and more time into it, investing more into it. And yeah.
Did you Trojan horse us all?
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't know what that means.
You like invaded thinking, like getting us all to think one thing. And then like you come out and it's like something totally different. You know what I mean? You've invaded culture by making us believe that you suck.
Yeah.
Sorry to put it that bluntly.
Hey, that's not nice. No, it's
I mean, like that's the shtick, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But now that we have your attention and we know who you are, you're actually good. Is that what you're hoping is the effect here?
I guess. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't matter if here's the thing. It's like I'm in a position now where it's like there's a lot of people who are like literally real life Helga Patakis. So no matter what I do, like they will hate it. And so the thing is, I'm like kind of learning.
But a Helga Pataki is a hater and a lover.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you hate me, stop watching. Like if there's like there's certain people I literally see on my For You page and on my social media, and like I see them, I roll my eyes and I scroll past. That's it. I don't even bother blocking or muting people because I think that's like futile, but like I'll scroll past. If you sit and you watch everything I do, it's like I think there's a Madonna quote and she'd said that. She's like, if you watch everything I do and you say you hate me, bitch, you're a fan. And it's the truth. It's like there's people who like I bet are like literally watching every interview waiting for you to say something stupid, waiting for all of you guys to say something so stupid, and then surprise, they're the first ones to watch. They have notifications on.
Hey.
Like that's the thing, none of it matters is like kind of what I realized. I'm just like, honestly, it should just be like I'm gonna like die one day. I might as well just do anything that I want to do, and if I like it, that's what matters.
When did you reach that point? Or did you always have that energy?
I think I always had that. I think it was just like you can't not have that energy. You can't want something badly enough and then not be willing to die trying for it. That's the thing. It's like I kind of won already. Like I have a legitimate career. Like this is a source of income for me now. It's my main source of income. So no matter what happens, like I'm essentially seeing this now as it's like the equivalent of if I'd gone to a record label and because I make the money from the brand deals now and stuff. It's like it's like literally the equivalent of if I went to a record label and they gave me an advance of X amount of money and I was spending it on this. The thing is though, like I don't owe it back to anyone.
Totally. I mean, dude, I've said on the show many times, if you watched anything, a label is a bank. All you need is cash.
Right.
Like the rest is democratized. And if you have the attention and you have like a spot in culture, like any slice, you can take that slice and turn it into something more.
For sure. I think the thing though about it is definitely though that it's important to maintain your spot in culture and change and grow with the culture. So I feel like honestly, like even right now, sometimes what I do, I get like so pissed when like, and the majority of them, I still laugh because everyone accuses me of like setting things up still. It's like Sizzle was not set up. I could not have set that up. Like I texted the guy who like holds the key to that and he was like, you are not getting near that. He's like, you have a better chance of running into SZA and doing it than I ever would setting it up for you. And he was right. And it was a real thing. Like
So who are you really going to? Are you going to teams when there are moments? Or are you going to people who just like what is your source of information?
Oh God, sometimes like a friend. I remember when I first started doing these, it was like a CD signing. Like I think it was Sabrina Carpenter. I paid $10-$20, bought the CD, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Can I sing for you? It's my dream. And she was like, no. And I was like, please, it's my dream. I've watched you since I was little. And she was like, fine. And like, she didn't say no to be mean. She just said it because she was like, oh, I have to get through like 80 million people. It was like a long line. And I was like, no, it's my dream. And so I did it. And it sucked so bad. Like it was like even worse than usual. And like she was like so pissed because I was like clearly wasting her fucking time. It was just so ridiculous.
Yeah, but so, okay, are you intentionally singing poorly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, if I want to sound good, I'll do it. Basically, it's like I tried a little bit for like SZA or Sexy Red or like Dua, but for like, God, who did I just sing for? Like, who do I sing for? I don't know.
I don't know. So many
Everyone?
people. Like,
Katy Perry?
Oh, Katy Perry. Yeah, I sounded like trash on that one on purpose. I was like, oh, it'll be funny. I literally told her, I was like, because that one wasn't set up either. It was like they invited me to the listening party. They're like, you want to go meet Katy Perry after that? And it was like a meet and greet for people who were like going to the radio, say like people who work at the radio. And so I like was there and I was like, hey girl, like I don't know if you remember me from Coachella. Not set up, by the way. The Coachella one, not set up. And she was like, oh yeah, like, do you want to do another video? And that's the thing that pisses me off. Like, everyone's like, oh, he's like a paid mole or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
If Katy Perry asked y'all if y'all wanted to do something with her, are you gonna say no to Katy Perry? Says, oh no, it's not authentic. Blah, blah, blah. My job is to entertain you. Are you not entertained? It's so stupid. People don't know if they're coming or going.
I do, like, people should understand, like, at Coachella, you're running into everybody.
Yeah, no, Coachella is so small because the thing is you have like the like artist compound or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's like what? Like a 50 feet area or something.
And
it's
you
like,
can get artist guests. Like, you can buy
right, that's what I had.
artist guests. Like,
I literally just had the guest and I was like, okay, cool. And like that's the thing that was so stupid. I was like, and even that, and like I didn't really like Coachella was weird for me because it was like by day one, like I literally was like on the first day, like I could walk around and no one cared. And because I was posting everything in real time, by day 3, I couldn't leave artist area. Because I mean, and like I tried that at Lollapalooza and like I was like, I want to meet everyone because the thing is like I feel like a lot of people were like, I'm going to Lollapalooza, I want to meet you. I was like, all right, yeah, guys, pull up to the fountain on Sunday. I'll be there. And like people showed up. I was like really gagged. I didn't think I'd get that kind of a turnout. I thought no one was going to come.
how many people showed up?
Oh God, a couple hundred. It was like a mob. It was like crazy.
Look at you.
I was happy about it. I was really happy about it because I'm like I actually like meeting my fans because I don't
You
do
need
anything.
to do more of this.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, like I definitely like I really want to just like meet everyone. Sometimes you need permits and stuff because the thing is like a lot of people they charge for that stuff. Like why would I charge for that? I don't do anything.
No.
I don't like all I do is that like I make free content
You
that
should
you
go
can,
to parks.
That's what I want to do, but then like they'll like claim I need a permit or something. I don't know. I'll
Really?
figure it out. I talked to my team about it after Lollapalooza because I was like, wow, that was like really fun. Like I spent like 2 hours meeting everyone. Like I had a lot of fun. Like if every single person got on the line, I would have done it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I understand like the festivals and red carpets, but when you run into like an Omar Apollo or like a Daniel Caesar at a restaurant, is that set up or is that randomly you just finding these people?
I mean, you ever go to Dialogue Cafe?
So you just sit at the hot spots.
I didn't even sit at the hotspot. I was like, Dialogue Cafe was the first time I'd literally ever gone there. And I was taking a meeting and then like we were leaving and she was like the girl I was with was like, I think that's, I was like, is that, and then he was like, it's me. Are you going to sing? I was like, oh. And then Daniel Caesar, like at that point, the Omar one had done so well that the girls who work there, I know them, we were friendly. Like we were taking another meeting with someone and then like they come running out and they're like, oh my gosh, Daniel Caesar is right there. And I was like, oh, period. Because a year prior I'd been to Daniel's CD signing or something like that. And so I was like, oh, I know he knows what's up. So I like walked up to him and I didn't expect that. I was like, oh, cool.
Who is with you filming? Because
Madeline.
Your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really nice.
She's really nice. Yeah. She's at everything.
That's beautiful. Like that's just your family. That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, it's like I had a manager for like a month and he was like nice or whatever. But like, it's like what I was saying earlier, like I'm such a fucking nasty cunt that like if you don't let me like do what I want to do, like I will be nasty. It's like I'll bite. And so that's the thing. It's like I'm just like I think Madeline lets me control it and lets me have the strategy. And like the thing is that's why I like working with her because I think she's also a lot better with people than I am. So I think it balances. Like I'm a lot better with strategy and understanding like the way culture moves and stuff, and she's a lot better with like the people aspect of things. So I think we make a great team.
So where's culture going?
In what regard?
I mean, you tell me. You know what the fuck's up.
I mean, no one has a crystal ball, but I mean, there's so many different ways of, like culture can be defined. Like there's politics, there's entertainment, there's all kinds of things. There's relationships.
Let's talk music.
Musically, I think it's so interesting. I think it's what you were saying earlier, where it's like democratized now because of the For You page, and I think things are getting nicher and nicher and nicher. I mean, like,
but niches turn mainstream. There is a bubble, and there are like things that you can do, to, like Noah Khan, right? I can make the case that Noah Khan for a long time. He's been doing our show for like how long? 8 years?
I think 8 years ago, yeah, he first came.
Well,
like,
yeah, but I mean,
niche.
What I mean niche, it's like, and I think this is also just because of the way consumption has changed and stuff. I mean, you look at someone like Britney Spears with Blackout, and that it like it sold like so many copies in its first week, still got blocked by number one. And the thing is, if she'd sold that many copies on any week this year, it would have been number one probably. And that's the thing. It's just like things are getting nicher and nicher and nicher because consumption is changing and things aren't measuring up the same. So for example, I always say radio. It's like, I mean, like pop radio is like, not to get all political, but like it's dominated by white people. So it's like,
I mean, you could talk about it all day.
Yeah, like a rap
very
song
much.
would never probably go number one, but a rap song might be more omnipresent in our culture. So it's like Not Like
I
Us
agree.
by Kendrick Lamar would probably never get played on pop radio, but everyone knows that fucking song. It was everywhere.
And I do think like it's weird. Like, by the way, you're from Long Island,
Yeah.
WBLI 106.1. That's
Yeah.
your radio station.
Well, the thing is, radio has to keep with the times. I remember I was reading something. It's like they like the fresh new faces. So it's like when quarantine happened, they were like only playing the songs from TikTok because so many new artists were just coming out of like the woodwork. But even like now, it's sort of just like with culture, I think it's sort of dictated by like what it's like Chapel Roan, for example. It's like, I mean, God, like she got kicked and kicked and kicked by like the traditional industry, and then the people were like, we like her, and so now they're
No, the
embracing
people
her.
are the gatekeepers.
Yeah, I always laugh because I was literally talking to my friend last night, and it's like the Grammys are gonna come up in like a few months, and like I guarantee you she'll get in everywhere, and then it's gonna be like, I guarantee you if that album wasn't what it was, it's not about the quality of the music, it's about where the culture is. It's all about narrative, and so her album could have been just as good, not as popular. She wouldn't have gotten in, but her album's so good, and now she's so popular. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we like her, and that's the thing. It's like you could say that about anyone. It's like Taylor Swift could release an album that like literally sucks, and everyone would be like, oh, like we're gonna vote for her anyway because she's Taylor, but she could release an album that's really good. No one knows it, so no one vote for her. And it's like none of it matters. Like Grammys don't matter. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters is your legacy.
Do you think Grammys play into one's legacy?
No. Nicki Minaj has no Grammys. Lana Del Rey has no Grammys. All these people have no Grammys. It's not like it matters. And then there's people who have Grammys who you've never heard of. I think it's like that's the thing. Like I think everyone cares about the Grammys because everyone likes to be awarded, but it's not the end all be all. I feel like the reward is your fans. The reward is how history remembers you. I mean, Born to Die by Lana didn't go number one. It wasn't like didn't win any Grammys. Who cares? Everyone knows that album front to back.
Why do you think someone's a fan of Harry Daniels? Sorry.
I don't think I have any fans, honestly. That's my hot take.
I mean, you just told me hundreds of people showed up to some fountain to hang out with you.
People would show up to a fountain if like Donald Trump was there. That doesn't mean they support Donald Trump. It just means they're like, ooh, famous person. They show up and I'm not even famous.
That's not, I mean,
No, I'm known.
okay, so how do you define famous then?
I suppose you could say I'm notable, famous maybe, but the thing is it's like famous TikToker, I suppose, but I don't think I have any like fans, honestly. I mean, like the thing is that's why I'm like I like doing the meetups because like it's like what I was talking about earlier where like I have no confidence. I have faith in myself, but it's weird. And so the thing is like a meetup or something, it's like I have to visually see it for me to understand that like wait, like there's actually people who like care about this. But in my mind, no, I have like no like there's not like fanfare. Like I guarantee you if I was like I will never charge anyone for anything because I'm like no one's gonna buy it.
Wait, you don't plan on touring one day?
I'll go on tour when there's music, but no one's going on the Harry Daniels TikTok tour. I have a platform, but I don't have fans yet, in my opinion.
You have followers, not fans.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot. It's like the thing is, I have like a lot of like casual listeners, if you will. Like to me, it's like there's fans and like fans, like casual listeners can be so malleable and go either which way. Like I look at someone like Ice Spice where it's like, oh my gosh, like last year, like I love Ice Spice. Like I'm flying out for this tour. I love Ice Spice. Like my work schedule didn't allow me to go to the New York show or the LA show. I'm flying out to like a random city for it. I love Ice Spice. I would say I'm a fan of Ice Spice. The thing is, if you go back like 2 years, everyone's like, oh my gosh, only hot people listen to Ice Spice, blah, 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 blah. Like we love Ice Spice. And now like 18 months later, everyone's like, fuck her, home wrecker, stupid bitch. And it's like, what happened? I thought only hot people listen to Ice Spice. Now everyone's trashing her music. Are you all ugly now or something? What happened? And that's the thing. I think it's so stupid because it's like people are so malleable. Like they just kind of go based off of trends. Like people can't form their own opinions. So the thing is,
True.
fans, in my opinion, are people who, in spite of whatever the popular opinion is, whichever way the pendulum is swinging,
They ride with you.
they like you.
So you want to form Ride or Dies.
I think that's what matters.
And is this single the first step in really doing that?
I suppose. I don't even think I like the single. I think it's good. I think it's just sort of to like, I have to capitalize on the moment from a business perspective before I like fizzle out because I guarantee you if I was like, I'm just spending there 5 years honing my craft, and 5 years, no one give a fuck about Harry Daniels. No one gives a fuck now. That's the thing. It's like, no one cares now, but at least there's some attention. You know what I mean? It's like, if I put it out in 5 years when it was like, oh, remember those videos of that guy who used to go singing to people? Like, I wonder what he's up to. Oh, he's making music. Everybody like, oh, okay.
No, it's giving like Taze on day, chocolate rain.
Right.
You know?
It's like, oh, okay.
Like in 10 years, it's gonna be like, or that like kid that was on Ellen, that like the red haired kid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Or like, so it would be like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. It's like, I want to capitalize on the moment now. And so the thing
You
is,
gotta
like,
expand it.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I just want to like kind of just like literally keep making things at this point. Cause I mean, like, I have the money now from the brand deals coming in. And so I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, that's like my budget, if you will.
How much are people paying you for a typical deal? Like if I need you to come sing to somebody,
Not all handles it, but it varies. Now I have UTA too handling all of that. It's just a whole thing.
So like, what's Madeline gonna charge me? What's the rate card look like?
It really varies though. Sometimes if I really, really, really feel passionate about like an artist or something, and I'm just like so honored that I get to work with them, I'm like, wow. And then I'm just like, whatever. Or it's like a favor for a friend or something. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. It's just like, it really varies. Sometimes it's organic, sometimes not. I mean, I just DM'd Jacob Sartorius the other day. I was like, can I sing to you? Because I thought it'd be funny. So like, it literally, some people pay, some people don't, some people aren't set up, some people are. It doesn't really matter. It's just about entertaining people.
Sorry, I just wanted you to really like enjoy that popcorn.
Yeah, I like how you've committed to the whole interview so far with the one bag of popcorn.
I don't know how it's not ending, guys. It's like never, guys, there's so much left. There's so much popcorn left.
So what does it mean to be him?
It's like, you think about Aaliyah's interlude. She's like, I'm the it girl. It's like the male version of that, if you will, the inverse of that. I feel like that's what like, that's what the boys are saying now.
I'm him?
Yeah.
Are people saying that? Or are you trying to get people
No, the
to
people
say
are
that?
saying it.
They
Yeah,
are.
Yeah, he's
The
him.
youth is saying it.
Yeah, they are.
This is also inspired by the Pussycat Dolls in some way?
Oh, I loved When I Grow Up. I love that. I literally said I was like, I wanted my When I Grow Up. Because that was the only thing I come out with the first time around. Because the thing is, it was like, the way I set up the cards sort of, and like I've had to read the tea leaves, it's like, that's what people want to hear from me. It's like, people are either going to want to hear that, or they're going to want to hear some like song about how like someone like stabbed me in the heart and blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, you can only go one of two ways for a first single. And so it's like, you have to kind of like either come with like swinging. And the thing is, like, I couldn't come out with something that was like impersonal. I needed to like address things, and then I can do whatever the hell I want after that. But it was like, I had to set the tone first.
You mad I pulled the views? Read
They're
all my
mad.
interviews?
Go on Pop Crave, and then you go through the quotes, and it's like literally a bunch of like angry gay guys like kicking and screaming and projecting all their shit onto me, like my real life Helga Patakis.
But like, welcome to the internet though, and
Oh, I laugh
existing
at
into
it.
the universe.
I laugh at it because I'm like, don't they understand? Stop watching. I'll go away if you stop watching.
Yeah.
But you can't stop. You love it.
Yeah, dude, you're feeding me,
Right.
quite literally.
And the thing is, it's like, there's honestly more. There's more people who like it, way more people than like it. And like, I'm stupid because like there's like SZA's song Blind where she talks about being like blind to all the good things in her life. That's like me. Like I cannot, I'm just like, I feel like I'm like learning to not take all the good things in my life for granted and like focus on like everyone who like tweets or says nasty shit about me. Because also I'm kind of realizing I'm like, okay. Like, SZA said she likes me. Doja Cat said she likes me. Dua said she likes me. Why the fuck should I care about what, like, Taylor Swift lover 99999999875 said? I don't care. They have no vest in anything.
Do you go to therapy?
I do now, yeah.
Healthy.
It's fun.
Mature decisions.
I mean, I go in therapy and I change my answers every week, basically, because like I'm just like, oh, today I feel like this. It's like literally that's how I base my career. Like I base everything in my life off of like vibes.
Have you sang for Pete Buttigieg yet?
No, but I feel like my followers are like, who's that?
Well, they need to know.
What?
They need to know him. So this would be a good way to introduce him. I like that.
True.
You should sing for him.
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
Secretary of Transportation, that's where you go?
Some of my choices are really stupid for that reason.
Yeah, how much thought do you put into the song you're gonna sing?
It really varies. It really varies. Sometimes I go for a really niche, hyper, whatever the hell reference for some people, and other times it's like, if you've ever seen me sing World Class Sinner by Lily Rose Depp, it means I didn't know what to sing. Or it's like when I sang One in a Million for Anne Hathaway, everyone's like, you need to sing a song for Les Mis. I was like, I've never seen that in my life. So she's getting Camila Cabello 1 in a Million. And she'll take it. It's just vibes. That's like literally the way I plan my life off of vibes. I plan everything off of vibes. You have to read the tea leaves sometimes.
One of the most uncomfortable ones you ever did when you did Luke Hemmings. You just completely bombed on that one.
Oh yeah. Like, why would someone's team ever call for a video like that? Like, why would someone be like, all right, so we want Luke, we want you eating here, and we're gonna have Harry walk up, and then you're gonna act uncomfortable. Like, no, you can't set that up. Like, that's just real life. Like, I was walking off my lunch from Mel's, and I took a walk because I hate sitting in one place for too long. And I saw Luke Hemmings. I said to Madeline, I was like, that's Luke Hemmings. And she was like, do you want a video? I was like, yeah. And he wasn't with it. Not that I don't think it was personal. I just don't think he just probably thought it was like some random singing at him. Very uncomfortable.
How many are in your phone unposted?
Probably up to like 30 or something. I post a lot of stuff. There's only times I don't post things that it's just kind of like damning. Like, there's been certain artists who it was just like it went so badly that like I'm not posting that.
What do you mean? What's bad?
There are people who like disrespected me to my face.
Like saying what?
I'd be like, it's your turn. They'd be like, definitely not. And they'd like walk away. Or like, there'd be people who are like literally just like act like I literally like shot them in the face or something. Or there'd just be people who gave such a bad reaction. Or I'd start and they'd just walk away mid-combo. Like, I can't post that. Like, it's not quality content. It's not entertaining. It's just like sad.
Are these people you do?
It's like not entertaining at all. It's like just like weird. Like, what?
These are people you just found on the street.
Yeah, it's like sometimes like Coachella, sometimes it's like other things. I mean, like, it's all different kinds of scenarios. Sometimes I would go to like a meet and greet and I'd literally pay and like the video would just turn out so badly that I would never post it. Like, I have a video of me from probably 2022 at the Glass Animal signing, like begging them to collab with Addison Rae, but I never posted it.
What?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I like Addison. That was my logic.
Do you feel awkward and uncomfortable in these situations still?
I used to. I used to have like a panic attack every time after. But now if it was like after Kamala or something, I literally didn't give a fuck. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, how does Kamala come about?
How did Kamala come about? Long story, but that video is like, it's kind of old. And it was like one of those things I just scrapped. And then like after everything happened, I was like, Kamala. I was like, people are talking about her. Let me post this.
But her campaign had to put you there, right?
No, it's like after fucking Biden, like that wasn't set up. Obama wasn't set up. It was like, that's the thing. It's like,
How'd you get? Oh, really?
How'd you get close to these people?
okay, so with Biden, it was like they were actually trying to get us set up. I literally remember it. And then the thing, because I remember I got the email, and this is when I was replying my own emails. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, and I like verified it. I was like, oh, this is like real. That's funny. And so then like I was trying to set it up, and then like Joe Biden is a very busy man. So it didn't pan out, obviously. And so I think they probably felt bad that they were kind of jerking me around, and they were like, come to this like fundraiser in New York, because like I'm from New York. And so I was like, okay, cool. And so I showed up, and then I saw Anna Wintour, and I went up to Anna Wintour, and I was like, that's like another one. It's like the video exists. I'm never posting it. Or like that's the thing.
Really?
Why would I ever fuck with Anna Wintour?
But you did it though. You did fuck with her.
I fucked with Anna Wintour, but I never posted it. It's one thing to fuck with Anna Wintour, and she's like, okay, this person's like literally fucking crazy. I didn't even do anything bad. I walked up to her. I was like, I'm such a fan. Can I sing for you? And she didn't hear me, so she walked away. And I was like, okay, period. Like, that's it. Like, the thing is, it's like, I'm not posting that though, because like people on the internet are like I'm not gonna have my like some of my like fans, and I know I just said I had none, but like my followers, whatever you want to call them, I'm not gonna let them come and like sit and like disparage her in the comments, and then like, she gets mad at me because like that's on me. But anyway, so we're sitting there, and they start setting up a barricade, and like Dr. Jill has a speech, like Jill Biden, and I was like, okay, like, and she was a very special guest, and I was like, girl, we know it's Anna Wintour, like, okay. It was not Anna Wintour, it was Joe Biden. And so they give the speech or whatever, and he's like going around the barricade shaking hands, and then I was like, oh, here we go. And so I just sang for him, and then like I texted it to the people who were trying to set it up, and they're like, how the fuck did you do that? I was like, yay. And so then I think from there they were like, oh bitch, like this is the queen, because like it did well, the video. And so it's like it just did better than anything they probably would have ever tried to set up. So I think from there they started inviting me to things. Like that's why I'm going to the DNC. There was like, oh, like we like this person.
Yeah, just go do your thing.
And there's like, all right, see what happens. Not like cost them anything. Like what do they care?
Sick.
That's the thing. It's just all about like, it's like some of it is strategy, but some of it's like luck. And also just like, I think the thing is it's like taking that luck and turning it into strategy.
100%. And I also think you're doing the same thing. Like I do believe in like manifestation in the universe working in your favor. Like you're always looking for celebrities and you're always out and about. Like you're going to bring that upon yourself.
No, the best day of my life was when I was at a crosswalk and I saw Jessie J.
Like that
was
like,
the best day of my life.
Like who's seeing all these people? It's because it's always happening to you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes I hold things because I'm like, consistency is key. Mm-hmm. Like the thing is, it's like, I read a Jay-Z interview. Someone had asked him, like, how do I make my music a thing? And he was like, people go to a Chinese restaurant for Chinese food. It's like people are going to my page to see this one thing. I have to make that the focal point, and then I have to find a way to translate it into things. So it's like if I want to do the music, I have to make the music a part of that world. It's all about world building nowadays.
How are you going to do that with I'm Him?
I mean, the thing is, I guess it's just like do things that are high profile. I mean, a magician doesn't reveal all his tricks. This is the first thing. This interview is so funny because I wish it was happening in like 2 weeks because I have some things that are like coming that like I'm like I plan like I have all my ducks in a row now. Basically, I planned a whole rollout and it's like everything. And so like my goal is to sort of just like I suppose just like get the conversation to like kind of hit a fever point and then like from there drop the song.
I mean, we could hold this for 2 weeks and talk about it all.
I know it's like fine. It'll be good. Honestly, I don't even know when I'll be back in LA, so it's like fine. But no, yeah, that's the thing. The plan is to sort of just like create a bunch of havoc, and then from there, it's like, well, you're all talking about me. I guess that makes me him, right?
I like this. I like the psychology you got going.
That's all it is. Like I literally say anyone could be famous. Not anyone could be a star. But anyone could be famous. That's why people come and they go. But like the people who are real stars stick around.
It's true.
I was supposed to be gone a long time ago, but I'm here. Like this gimmick was supposed to die out in 6 months, but then surprise 2 years later, and it's never been more popular.
But I think like the through line is you just kept going.
Well, I think I kept going, but the thing is you could keep going with something and then it's like people are going to tune out. I think the thing is like I was able to just kind of keep it interesting. And even now, like I'm always like I'll always be my toughest critic. I'll always tell myself, all right, people are bored now, or blah, 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 blah. And honestly, sometimes I'm like definitely wrong about things, or it's like sometimes things will go differently as I planned. I'm like sometimes like, oh, this video is going to be so massive and no one watches it. But then I have a situation like Josh Hutcherson where it's like, oh, everyone thinks it's like the funniest video ever. And I was like, oh, I thought it was just kind of run of the mill. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you can't really predict it.
Yeah, you can't predict algorithms. You can't predict culture. It's kind of like, it's predictable, but at the same time, the way people are going to react to things on like a case-by-case basis is, I guess, no, that is kind of predictable. Honestly, I guess life is unpredictable. I mean, if you'd asked everyone like 2 years ago in the industry if they thought like Sabrina Carpenter was going to be like the hottest new artist ever, be like, girl, no, like she's been kicking and kicking and kicking, but she kicked and she did it. Broke the door down.
Is the popcorn done yet?
Almost.
Got it.
I'm into like the little pieces now.
By the way, you can listen to I'm Him on Amazon Music. We'll put a link below. Or when it's up and ready, it'll be there.
Do you see a day where you don't make the singing videos anymore and you just focus on your own original music?
Like probably, but I mean the thing is it just kind of varies in the sense where it's like, all right, it just like I have to like see where I'm at in my career. Like if I'm like on like a stadium tour, there's no need. You know what I mean? Like why would I do that?
Do you
But,
see
like,
a reality where you're doing that?
I mean like why wouldn't I?
Fuck yeah.
Like I was saying, like you always have to want like what's best for yourself. You always have to like shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. Because if you don't, then someone else who is will do that, and then
Someone else is going to commit to the bit more intensely than you.
Right, and that's the thing. It's like if I want this, I can't not want what's best for me. But the thing is, I'm also learning that it's like you can't have unrealistic expectations.
Are you going to dance?
Maybe. I mean, the thing is, I think it's like a part of the job. I'm like, I would never do something that's not a part of the job. I mean, the thing is, it's like I look at someone like Dua Lipa, where it's like, okay, she sat her ass down in the dance studio for 20 hours a day and learned how to dance. Why am I any different? Like, if she's doing it and she's great, why shouldn't I do it? That's the thing. It's like, if the job calls for it, you do it.
Is your deep desire to be a pop star?
Yeah, that's why I started all this. It's not even a deep desire. Like, that's like the whole thing.
Are you a pop star today?
No. I have no music out. You could, in theory, say I am. But the thing is, it's like a lot of people would just call me like a troll before they'd call me a pop star. I mean, the thing is, to me, it's like, I was always a pop star, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, you and fucking like Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you have to kind of like no one views me as a pop star besides myself.
How many songs do you have just sitting, waiting?
Oh, God. Like tens and hundreds and whatever.
Holy shit.
There's been 8 years of doing this or something. Maybe longer. Who knows?
When did you do I'm Him?
I planned a release date before I had material, so like 2 months ago, tops. I literally finished it yesterday. I finished that song yesterday.
When we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it yesterday.
Yeah, y'all are the people who got it first.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I finished it yesterday.
Yeah, I think it's good. I was not expecting that at all. Like when they said you're releasing original music, I was like, oh, is this going to be some sort of joke? Is he going to try to like hit a bunch of high notes? But not at all.
It goes soprano. Sorry. That's the thing. I mean, a lot of times I plan out things based off of like where I think culture is headed and where I think things in my career will be headed. And then from there, I just have to like fill in the gaps. So it's like I had the entire rollout plan before I had the song.
So based on the sonics of the song, where do you think culture's heading?
I mean, that's the thing. I always have gravitated towards those like electronic sounds, and I always say like if I have to describe my music, I'm like it's like hyper pop meets like trap vibes basically. But I think like that's what I mean. You could sound like Brat, where it's like all right, like finally cracked mainstream again. It's like yeah, I think that's where culture's headed. I think people are just kind of into things that are very different sounding. I think there's just so many different things. I think people are looking for more so niches in their life to be filled more so than they are for like a particular sound or person. Because, I mean, you could have Noah Kahan and, like, Charlie on the same playlist.
It's true.
Like, you literally could do a top 40 playlist that would be, like, Sexy Red, Charlie XCX, Noah Kahan, Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, like, all these people, you know what I mean? They all have different sounds, but, like, they all exist in the same landscape.
Do you see a day where these artists like will feature you on a song and you'll be one of like SZA seems to love you these days.
I love SZA.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance in the future of like you and SZA working together?
I love SZA. If SZA ever wanted to do something, I totally would, but SZA wouldn't give me the time of day in that capacity because SZA doesn't need to give me the time of day. Like SZA likes me for comedy and SZA likes me to be entertained, but SZA's not going to Harry Daniels' page to like see this new musical, blah, 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 blah.
She's commenting on your posts these days though.
Do you comment on a lot of people's posts?
Never.
You don't go on your home screen. Do you like anyone's posts?
Yeah, Carlos definitely does.
Yeah, okay. Like, would you be like, oh my gosh, I love your new picture. I'm going to put you on the show? Like, no.
Yeah, but she said your voice gets better and better every time or something.
Well, yeah, but it's like, for example, there's people who you could say that about like anyone. You could be like, oh, this person's like lyrics are getting so good, but that doesn't mean you'd want them on a song. Like, that's the thing. It's like, sometimes what's right for a song isn't what's right for like a relationship. It's like, I mean, like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez are best friends. They don't have any songs together.
It's a great point.
I think Harry Daniels lives in a very realistic world.
I live in my own world.
It's not giving like total delusion though, just a little bit. It's healthy. It's good.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like you can't not be a little bit delusional because if you aren't, then someone else who is. It's like all right, everyone called Lady Gaga crazy, called Madonna crazy. Look who's standing.
Amen.
I had a teacher who called the Kardashians. I had a teacher. We were like literally going, and it was like 4th grade, and we were going through a list of vocabulary words, and one of the words was fad, and we were all supposed to come up with a sentence, and she's like, "Oh, I'll do this one. The Kardashians are a fad," and it pissed me off so bad. I'm like, you're a fucking hater. That's what you are. And God, how many years has it been since like 4th grade? Like I don't know. Let's say like 10, 15 years at this point since then. They're still standing, and you're probably retiring. I don't know if you have tenure or not, lady, but they won.
Amen. You still live on Long Island, eh?
Oh yeah. I just like I don't have time. Like I'm not in LA. Like I hate LA, so like I don't know if I'd ever get a place here. And then like I don't know if I don't know. There's a lot of expenses, and I have to like figure out where I want to spend my time. I hate LA though, but I kind of have to be out here a lot for work, so it's tricky.
I get it.
Yeah, I'd probably get a place here and then like show up like once a month for like a week at a time because it's like cheaper to pay rent than it is to like get a hotel.
New York's great though. I miss it.
Why?
I do. Why? It's one of the best places ever.
It's
the
like
energy's
fine.
Amazing. I love the seasons. I miss the bagels.
You
and
love the
pizza.
seasons?
I mean, I don't like winter. I could do winter here.
You love winter?
No, I don't like winter.
Oh, winter's trash.
But I like spring and fall.
Spring and fall are like fine. I like honestly like I actually don't know I don't know the last time I've been in one place for like a month. Honestly, like I'm just kind of like all over the place now. Like I went to places this year that I thought I would never go to. Like why was I in Detroit? But I was in Detroit.
Oh wait, you were interviewing the CEO of Ford, and you asked him if he sang for you, could you get a free car? And he said yes, anything you want.
Yes.
Did you get a free car?
No.
What?
Right. Wait, I wanted the car.
Like,
I mean,
why
I
am I
drive a
fucked off
Ford.
by
I
that?
actually drive a Ford, but I mean, like, no, I don't think he.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah, it was an ad.
Oh.
It says #ad. That's the thing.
I mean, I'm sure they paid you enough to buy a car, right?
I don't know what the car market actually looks like nowadays. Like seriously, I don't know what the car market looks like.
All right, listen to Harry Daniels' music. It's waiting for you. And by music, I mean one song. But there's more coming, right?
Sure, yeah. No, there'll definitely be more coming. At this point, it's like, well, I have the money to make it a passion project, so I'm like, yay, let's do it. I'm just gonna like do whatever I want.
This is fun.
It's fun. We'll see where it goes.
Excited to watch you rise.
Excited to rise.
Anybody you regret singing for?
Anyone I regret singing for? I don't regret singing to anyone. There's people I regret meeting because don't meet your heroes. But I mean, like
Like who?
Just watch my videos and I guess you'll see.
What are you thinking?
I'm going to go back and watch them.
Harry Daniels, everybody. I appreciate you.
Cheers.